$450 for a Stihl chainsaw with a plastic engine housing, a cheap global carburetor, and a warranty that runs out before the problems start. Meanwhile, there is a brand-building professional-grade equipment from forged steel expanding its domestic footprint and adding jobs. And most buyers have never heard of it because it has never spent $1 on a Super Bowl ad or a Home Depot end cap. This video names 3 brands still building their machines to last, and most homeowners have heard of one of them, maybe 2. The third one is the entire reason this video exists. Stihl and Husqvarna have been the kings of the forest for decades, genuinely building some of the great names in outdoor power equipment history. But the entry-level models you see at the big box stores today are not what built that reputation. American brand and American-made machine are 2 completely different things, and nobody on that store floor is going to walk you through that distinction before you hand over your hard-earned money. The first brand on this list is the machine professional loggers buy when they are done settling, and most homeowners have never heard of it because it has never needed to advertise to them. Stihl was founded in Germany back in 1926, and Husqvarna's roots in Sweden go back even further. They are genuinely 2 of the greatest manufacturing stories in modern history. The entry-level residential chainsaws you see sitting on the floor at Lowe's or Tractor Supply are actually assembled in massive domestic facilities, and that deserves to be said. But the internal components inside those specific machines tell a completely different story. The carburetors are often global units stamped from low-cost overseas factories. The engine housings are molded composite plastic, and once you move up or down the consumer line, the manufacturing footprint runs through components sourced from across a dozen different countries. In recent years, the massive corporations backing these household names have quietly reshaped their operations, cutting local factory jobs while moving major portions of their component production to high-efficiency, lower-cost plants abroad. Major trade databases categorize these consumer lines as partially assembled domestically, but not built from scratch. And that is the most accurate summary available today. A legendary legacy brand and an unbreakable piece of iron are 2 completely different things. And nobody in that retail aisle is going to walk you through that distinction before you hand over your money. If this is the kind of thing nobody tells you in the tool aisle, subscribe, because this is what every video on this channel does. That closes the corporate deception section. Whenever you are ready for the next part, where we introduce the first hero brand, Efco X Series, just say the word. The first brand on this list is the machine professional landscapers and arborists buy when they are done replacing plastic equipment every 3 years. And most homeowners have never looked twice at it because the company has never focused its billions on massive retail chains. Efco started its legacy decades ago, building a reputation for high-performance 2-stroke engines that professionals rely on daily. The commercial-grade machines you see tree crews operating are manufactured with primary operations heavily centered in Illinois, utilizing a massive manufacturing campus that runs advanced engineering, domestic assembly, and intense final quality controls under one roof. The core engine powering this professional line features a premium forged steel crankshaft and dual-ring pistons developed specifically for heavy endurance. This means the company is not dropping a bargain power plant into a generic frame and calling it commercial grade. You will not find their professional X-Series model sitting on a standard Home Depot end cap because these units are built for dedicated dealer networks where quality comes before massive retail margins. If you are cutting thin firewood once a year, this is genuinely more machine than your backyard requires. But if you have serious property maintenance and you are completely done with the replacement cycle, this family of equipment is where you end up. Decades of heavy engineering, a leader in professional-grade reliability, and the logging crews do not argue about it. They just buy it. And then there is the second brand you need to know, and this is where the comparison changes completely, because the previous brand assembles premium equipment, while this one builds them from a different philosophy of pure endurance. Most consumer chainsaws are assembled from components sourced across a dozen cheap markets, slapped together with a famous sticker and shipped with a premium price tag. That is not the same as starting with specialized industrial engineering and running it through precision machining, chrome-plated cylinders, and final assembly under strict corporate standards. Shindaiwa is the name. For years, the machines engineered under this legacy have been clearing the most brutal overgrowths and industrial job sites. These are genuine engineering firsts, born out of a family of tools designed to answer only to the professionals who abuse them daily. The production campus utilizes advanced robotic manufacturing, vertical integration, and heavy-duty casting. They fabricate virtually every core engine component on site from high-grade raw material, not just assembled from third-party parts, but built from scratch. Every single finished chainsaw is hot-tested and tuned before it ever ships to a dealer, maintaining an approval rating that sits among the highest in the entire outdoor power equipment category. The third brand is different because you can actually walk into localized tractor supplies or regional farm stores today and find it. And most homeowners have never looked twice at it because they assume if it isn't painted orange or bright white, it isn't serious machinery. Efco has been building commercial-grade chainsaws with an honest manufacturing spec, carrying more solid magnesium crankcase weight for the money than almost anything else on the same showroom floor. And buyers walk right past it because nothing about the standard branding signals how serious the internal equipment is. Their residential and mid-range series are built with full aluminum and magnesium engine blocks, heavy-gauge guide bars, and specialized top-end configurations designed to handle extreme heat cycles. That is the exact same construction spec commercial ground crews look for, priced for a landowner who is completely done replacing the same unverified engine every 4 years. If you want a genuinely tough machine at an honest price point with real mechanical support behind it, this has been the answer sitting in plain sight while most buyers walk past it toward the overhyped ones. Every brand at the big box store has the word professional somewhere on its box. None of that is entirely dishonest, but there is a massive difference between a brand that relies on historical legacy and a machine that actually gives you solid steel and magnesium for your money. If you want the exact link to the reliable heavy-duty chainsaw setup we mentioned in this video to buy once and be permanently done, check the link available directly in the description below. Subscribe, because this is what we do on this channel, and we will see you in the next breakdown.